on DAZN worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd. A knockout weekend of boxing. Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. 2 huge fights. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're at Wembley Stadium, just about to have the launch press conference for Alexander Usyk, Daniel Dubois 2, live on DAZN. Massive night, Frank.
It's a huge night. History. It's a historical night for British boxing. First time ever those heavyweight divisions had a unification fight on in this country, and 4 belts on the line. It's a chance for Daniel to become part of British folklore, sport history, to become the first Brit to ever hold the 4 belts.
How important was it when Daniel Dubois beat Anthony Joshua? I know obviously Joseph Parker was scheduled, but at some point to get that undisputed fight and ultimately a rematch against Alexander Usyk?
Well, it was. It's important to come back after he did off that loss against Usyk, and he done it in style. The last fight he had against AJ, went into that fight as an underdog and came out of it, and you know, with all the glory and all the plaudits that he should finally get for himself. He done a fabulous night. He was in the, although it was Wembley, he was in the other guy's backyard. It was AJ's venue, and the crowd loved him when he come out. So I'm hoping they're all going to show up, and I believe they're all show up. We've had great applications for tickets, which I feel is going to be a monumentous evening, really good evening.
Look, we all know how much Daniel has improved since that first Alexander Usyk fight, but has he improved enough to knock out Usyk this time?
You'll find out on the 19th of July at Wembley, won't you?
You believe he will though, right?
I would have made the fight otherwise, would I? That's why we made the fight. I think he will.
Right, let's talk about the low blow. It kind of all come to a head again yesterday. You've kind of posted pictures. You had a photo yesterday.
Well, actually, I didn't start it first. It was done by one of them holding up a phone with a picture on it, and we was in the Sun building, and they went and got it out there. Photograph library, a couple of the shots which they took, independent shots, which I got one here.
It's in your hand. He's got it
everywhere.
Well, let's have a look, Frank.
Hold it up, Frank.
Hold it up.
There it is. That is on the belt, yeah. And it's not about the belt; it's about the navel. You look at the red. What? No one reads the rules. The navel's there. His navel's not up there; it's down there. That's where it is. It's not below.
What precautions can we put in place this time to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Make sure we don't get a crap referee.
Don Charles said yesterday that he did respect Alexander Usyk, but he is a cheat for that reason. Do you think Usyk's a cheat?
I don't think it's a cheat. I can only blame the referee.
Yeah.
That's it. He got hurt. The referee deemed it to be an illegal blow, and that's what happened. But he was hurt, so that's why he got the nearly 4 minutes of time to recover. Even when he wanted to fight on, the referee wanted to give him more time. It was what it was. And then it went on. He lost all his momentum, and at the end, you know, it all went wrong for Daniel in a big way at the end. So this is his time to redeem himself against Usyk. This is his time now to show that he's the best, to show the world what he's all about. He's on a great run, great roll of fights. Real good quality wins he's had, and won in style. Showed a lot of different dimensions to him mentally. Even when he was getting caught with big shots from Hrgovic, overcome that, and what he did with AJ. I mean, it's just a phenomenal. He's on a phenomenal roll.
What did you think of Daniel pushing Alexander yesterday on the pitch?
He pushed him. It's all that nonsense goes on, doesn't it? It's not him, by the way. You know, it's funny you see him, but you know, do you know what? I've got to say, inside, I've got to be honest. I don't normally buy into all that, but I'm pleased that he's up for it. You know what I mean? He's showing that he's gritting his teeth and he wants it.
Did you see the clip with Team Dubois and Usyk yesterday with George Fox and talking about a 4v4 on the street? You don't want that, do you? Leave it till July 19th.
I don't know. We can sell some tickets. No.
Eubank Jr. Ben, first of all, before we talk about that, I want to ask you about Anthony Yarde. He got the job done. What next for him now?
Big fight. We're getting him in a big fight. We've got to sit down. I'll be honest, I spoke briefly to Anthony. I haven't spoken to Tunde. We've got to get our heads together and sort a big fight out for him. He's got to have a big fight. That's where he's at.
Were you impressed by his performance?
I thought he was on a bit of a hiding to nothing, especially after the second fight. So, but he did what he had to do, and it's good to get the rounds under his belt, and he got the rounds under his belt and done what he had to do.
What did you think of the main event?
I thought the fight was a really, really entertaining, exciting, highly charged, competitive fight. The crowd loved it. Everybody got behind it. It was an exciting fight.
Do you think the right man won?
Yeah. I thought there were moments. I thought it was part of the fight. I thought that he was in front, Conor, but then he came back, and the size was the telling point at the end, and maybe him being out the ring for a year. Those last 2 rounds were the determining factor for him.
I see an interview yesterday. You said instead of a rematch, you want him to fight one of your guys.
Of course I do.
Yeah?
That's what I'm doing. I'm here to bang the drum for my guys. Of course I do.
So when you talk about that, you're talking Chris Eubank Jr. versus Denzel Bentley, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Hamza.
Yeah, that one, and Conor. I'd like to see the winner of Josh and Echo.
Yeah. Josh saying that Conor Benn would be a very, very good fight.
And so would Echo. Either of those fights. They're great fights. And we got a great fight up in Glasgow to determine if who's going to win, who's going to be the best out of them two.
You were sat next to Ben Shalom. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't. Actually, someone was being a bit playful. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, sat next to him.
All nice between you and two.
I'm coming to watch the fight. I mean, I was just cheering my man on Conor.
Frank, just 2 more. Tyson Fury put out a video with Sugar Hill Stewart. Is this leading us to believe that there is a comeback? Has he got that hunger?
I haven't spoken with him. I don't know, and that's going to be his choice if he does that. You know, you know what Tyson like. He teases people, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what he's going to do.
Do you still have regular conversations, if not about boxing, but just about life?
I haven't spoken to him for a few weeks now. He's been away on holiday. He went to Barbados. I rang him, but he was in Barbados. I'll give him a shout and see what's what.
Okay, last one. Hamza Shiraz, Edgar Berlanga, we understand, is done. That's a massive fight at super middleweight for your first fight.
Not much. He's coming up. He's gone straight into the lion's den, hasn't he? But we believe in him. And I think he'll be more comfortable at that weight. Well, he will be because he can't make the weight.
Excellent, Frank. Thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV. There you go.
Wait, hold it. Frank, one question for you. You don't know what's coming. What? Fucking definitely cut that out. Fuck you. Frank, if you was to do promoter on the street 4v4, who goes on your team?
4v4?
Yeah. 4v4, who do you pick? Who do you pick to go on your team with a 4v4 on a promoter on the street?
On the street?
Yeah, you can only pick promoters. Who do you pick?
Pick what? Promoters on to fight with you?
Yeah, so you've got 3 people on your team. Like Usyk wanted a 4v4 with Team Dubois and Team Usyk. What from 3 promoters do you pick to back you on a street fight? It's not a boxing fight, it's a street fight. Go on, Frank, you're definitely in there because you can throw hands.
I can't think who's around. Who's around?
I don't know. Would you put Hearn in there with you for the size?
Yeah, I'll have him. I'll have him in.
No, put Shalom in there?
No, how could I put him in there? He'd be
De La Hoya?
De La Hoya?
Yeah, De La Hoya.
So you, De La Hoya, Hearn, one more.
One more. I'm trying to think who's bloody promoters out there. Who?
Callum Sauerland.
Don King?
Don King.
He's old, don't he?
Yeah, I mean, 94, you're asking a bit. It's bad enough you were talking about me being in there at 102. I can't think of another promoter. Who's around? Who's the tough guys?
Oh, give me one more. Come on.
Who's the tough guys?
Callum Sauerland, I reckon, on the streets.
Put Callum in, yeah.
Put it in there.
Anyway, anytime. We've got our 4.
Live on DAZN Worldwide, May 2nd and 3rd, a knockout weekend of boxing. Garcia versus Romero and Canelo versus Skull. 2 huge fights. Pick one or go all in for only $90. Exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com.